What's poppin', everybody? It's OnoKage, otherwise known as the King, and I'm finally back with a What If, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are excited for the continuation of What If Goku and Vegeta train Naruto and Sasuke, part 13, to embody power. So, this part right here is very developmental. A lot of you are gonna like a lot of the changes that happened to this one. So, I do not want to have any further ado or delay you any longer from your enjoyment. Let's just get into it.
Won't be vanished like I once you did. But I'm still here, I know that in the scene. I know you should.
We start our story with Naruto on his journey to Mount Miyaboka with this guy Gamakichi, and Naruto is getting frustrated. "Do you know where you're going?" he asks. Gamakichi sighs. "You idiot, you can't just travel to Mount Miyaboka. You have to find a secluded spot, request an audience." Naruto is confused. They've been traveling for what seems like days, and Naruto can't take it anymore. "How much further?" he demands, and Gamakichi laughs. "Just a few more days of travel, but if you pick up the pace now, we'll get there in no time." Hearing that, Naruto smiles. He picks up Gamakichi, and they begin to fly. Naruto yells, "Just point the way!" As they fly, Naruto rushes headfirst into Fu, who was flying, and knocks her unconscious. Her guards surround Naruto and Gamakichi. Naruto apologizes and says that he doesn't want to fight, but they're not listening. They rush Naruto with a barrage of water and shadow shuriken, but Naruto instant transmissions behind the guards and places a finger gently on their necks to demonstrate that he could have killed them. They immediately back away, still on guard, eyes fixed on Naruto, who's trying to calm the situation down, when he senses something in Fu, and then he blurts out, "Well, she's a Jinchuriki, right? Do you guys mind if I talk to her?" They rush to guard her. "Leaf dog, you will not hurt her." Naruto groans. He then lifts his jacket, exposing his seal. "See, look, I'm a Jinchuriki too. I'm a friend, I want to help." Naruto then activates his KCM-1. Sensing the chakra and pressure Naruto releasing makes them break out in a cold sweat, and they step aside. Naruto walks over, and Kurama helps him donate chakra to the unconscious Fu. Waking her up, she springs from the ground as Naruto drops his KCM. Her wings sprout from her back, and she's in a battle position, ready to fight, but Naruto calms her down, saying that he's a friend. "Don't worry." And hearing that, Fu starts to blush. She loves making friends. Naruto holds his hand out for a fist bump, but as soon as Naruto does, the two joining guards sense people approaching, and Kurama says he could sense a huge amount of malice and ki coming from that direction. Naruto's smile fades as he wears an extremely serious expression, making the guards uneasy. Naruto looks at everyone and says, "Stay behind me. That's the safest place right now. If you run, they'll be able to sense you. But like this, I can protect you, so stay behind me." Fu gets frustrated, but her guards convince her. As she listens, Kakazu and Hidan step out from the woods. Seeing them, Fu gets excited. "Hey, mister, I know you. You're Kakuzu-senpai. You tried to kill the Hokage, and when you failed, you stole the hearts of their village elders." Naruto looks around like, he did what? And she begins to walk past Naruto, who's still confused, but prepared to act. She bows in front of Kakazu, stating how much she wants to be friends. Hidan then interjects, "Yo, Kakazu, is this girl an idiot?" Kakazu stares at her. "I'm not sure, but I am sure that I'm not here to be your friend, you fool." Under her breath, she states that that's too bad. Hidan then raises his scythe in the air. Seeing this, Naruto shoots a ki blast, and Hidan wickedly laughs as he slices the blast in half. Naruto in the smoke creates a ki-powered shadow clone, and the clone instant transmissions towards Fu, picks her up and throws her towards the original Naruto, who catches her. The clone then does a ki burst. Kakazu was able to dodge, but Hidan was knocked away. The clone follows Hidan. Kakazu then looks at the two Jinchuriki. "The yellow fox and the seven tails. This is a bad gamble, one that I don't have time for." As he says this, hair-like fibers begin to erupt from his body, growing in the form of monsters, as the mask that engulf his back become their faces. Sensing them, Naruto and Kurama are both shocked. In such short time, they've grown to surpass most tailed beasts. Kakazu throws off his robes and speaks. "Yellow Fox, it's not time to collect the bounty on your head yet, so step aside." Naruto then activates the KCM-1, letting out a bit more of his power than last time, and the wind force and pressure he emits makes Fu and her guards freeze in fear. And Kakuzu laughs. Is that really all? He exclaims. At that moment, Naruto appears behind Kakuzu and kicks him in the air. He then creates 4 more clones that combat the mask, as the original Naruto was not letting up his attack. He instant transmissions to Kakuzu, charging a Rasen wave, while the clones form Rasengans and attempt to slam them into the masked monsters. But they flop down due to having no bone structure, and they rush towards Fu. But the Naruto clones expected this. They instant transmission above the mask and destroy the water mask of one of the monsters, while the other 3 retreat back to their master, launching massive attacks at Naruto, a huge lightning, wind, and fire combination attack to combat the massive Rasen wave. They don't cancel out Naruto's attack. He's far too strong for that. He simply drops his attack as the clones rush toward Kakuzu and the mask, splitting them in half with a dragon fist, shattering the lightning mask. But the mask rejoined with Kakuzu's body as the hair-like fibers begin to rejoin his body together after Naruto split him in half with the dragon fist. And to Fu's surprise, she states this: "You, Kakuzu-senpai, you're a monster." Naruto flies down in front of Fu. Meanwhile, the Naruto clone that is fighting Hidan is dodging his high-speed scythe attacks. "Lord Jashi, this sacrifice will be worthy." Naruto, seeing an opening, jumps up and kicks Hidan in the jaw. Naruto hears a crack and feeling the muscles of Hidan's neck give. He knows he snapped it. Naruto's kick fully extends and launches Hidan's limp body towards trees. Naruto thinks he killed the assailant, but he doesn't let up his attack, still able to sense ki for some reason. The Naruto clone stands at the ready as Hidan stands back up, grabs his limp neck, and snaps his head back into place, laughing. "Holy shit, that hurt, kid. I'm impressed." Hidan's about to rush Naruto when they both see a giant stream of fire coming from the battleground where the original Naruto and Kakuzu are fighting, and Hidan laughs. "Well, Yellow Fox, you survived for today." Naruto smiles. "So what, you guys about to turn yourselves in?" Hidan and Kakuzu both dissolve into water as the water evaporates in the heat of the sun. Naruto and his clones remark, "Even for water clones, they were strong. I wonder how strong the main guys are." At that moment, Naruto's clones dissipate and Fu flies up to Naruto, extremely excited. "That was so awesome! How are you this strong?" Naruto smiles and says that he has some great teachers. He holds out his fist with a huge smile on his face, and she finally gives him a fist bump. They opened a shared beast state plane. Behind Naruto is Kurama, and behind Fu is a 7-tailed beast, a huge armored rhinoceros beetle with 6 wings and 1 long tail, and Naruto smiles. "It's time for proper introductions. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, the yellow fox of the leaf, and the sleeping fox is Kurama." Kurama scoffs.
"I wasn't asleep. Sasuke made contact with the 4 tails, but he ran into the Akatsuki as well."
Naruto smiles. Knowing Sasuke, he'll be fine. And Fu is dumbstruck as she asks Naruto, "You really gave yours a name?" Naruto laughs. "No, that's the name he was born with." "So, what are yours?" Fu is excited and she jumps up. "You can call me Fu from the waterfall." Both Fu and Naruto look towards the 7 tails, anticipating a name. But Kurama speaks up.
"You don't have to worry. Tell him. I can vouch for my brat."
Hearing that, the 7 tails beast laughs. "Looks like your human really summoned you up, huh, Kurama? Well, I am the lucky 7 Chome." Kurama then sits up. While Fu is amazed, Kurama does not want to hear any of it. He then decides to tell them both about the Akatsuki. Then Chome decides one of the safest place to be going with Naruto. Naruto himself is already unbelievably strong, and reluctantly Kurama agrees. But they have to explain it to the guards, says Fu. Kurama says that there won't be time to delegate. Naruto remarks that he has a plan. They head out of his mindscape, and Naruto and Fu rush into the trees. They both walk back out of the trees laughing, and the guards ask where Naruto's frog went, and he says that Gamakichi went on ahead. He then asks the guards, can he speak with the leader so he can get permission to train Fu. The guards nod, and they all walk off. But this was just 2 of Naruto's clones. Naruto's one clone using transformation jutsu, and the other one just a normal clone. The original Naruto and Fu find a nice secluded space based on Fu and Gamakichi's directions. Gamakichi then instructs Naruto to do a summoning jutsu, and Naruto does, summoning Fukasaku, the pod toad. They chat for a while, but then Fukasaku notices Fu, and Fu is amazed. But then Fukasaku asks, "Who is she?" And Fu gets excited. So not only do tailed beasts talk, but frogs too? Naruto-senpai, your life is amazing. Naruto smiles, and Fukasaku states, "Young lady, do you desire to learn Sage Mode as well?" She questions what is Sage Mode, and the Pato explains, "It's a huge improvement to your threat perception and attack range, as well as strength, but first, you need to make a summoning contract with the Toads." So, she does this, and the Pod Toad reverse summons all of them to Mount Miyaboku, and they begin training. And while all this was happening, Sasuke is traveling with the Toad Kosuke, heading towards the Hidden Stone Village. Sasuke and Kosuke travel in silence for days, and Sasuke gets a report from Haku about Danzo and the Sharingan in his eye belonging to a Uchiha man named Shisui. Hearing that makes Sasuke sick to his stomach, but Sasuke then senses someone approaching fast. They stop to confront the assailant. He's an older man with red hair. He speaks in a calm yet demanding voice. "Leaf Ninja, why are you here? On official business?" Sasuke grabs the hilt of his sword, and Kosuke, starved for attention and conversation, blurts out, "Yep, we're investigating Ryuchi Cave." The old man then apologizes for his tone as Sasuke looks at the frog frustrated. "I'm sorry for my outburst. Earlier, I got report to the Akatsuki in the area, and I'm just a little on guard. The name's Rushi." Sasuke, sensing a huge amount of natural energy in the man, feels he must ask him a question. "Well, since you introduced yourself, my name is Sasuke Uchiha of the Leaf. And as the frog said, we're heading to Ryuchi Cave. But," Sasuke takes his hand off his blade, "are you a Jinchuriki, old man?" Roshi laughs. "How could you tell?" Sasuke smiles. "I'm friends with the Nine Tails loser. So if you don't mind, bump fists with me." Roshi's confused, but he does as the young man says. They enter the mindscape of the Four Tails beast, and behind Roshi is the Four Tails, and behind Sasuke is Kurama. Kurama speaks.
I didn't give this kid much chakra, so I'll keep it short. We Jinchuriki and tailed beasts are being hunted down by the Akatsuki. My goal is to keep as many of us alive as possible.
And the Four Tails begin. We have a history covered in blood and hatred. The Uchiha were planning a coup d'etat to spark civil war out of jealousy. Sasuke comments, "Is that why you killed everyone? To avert a war?" Itachi sighs again. "No, we had another plan. Shisui is to cast the Kotu Matekani on the clan to rewrite everyone's memory. But there was a hurdle. Shisui was killed by the Foundation. Having little choice left, I ended the coup with strict demand not to take your life, with aid of another Uchiha survivor that exists in the Akatsuki. He took joy in the matter, so I joined the Akatsuki as a spy." Sasuke, hearing that, is overwhelmed. He begins to cry. There's no way his brother is innocent. There's no way his brother was forced to do this. He then yells out, "So, it was Danzo. Danzo stole Shisui's eye. Danzo killed him. He now wears the eyes of our clan in his arm as a badge of glory." Itachi yells out of confusion, "Wait, what did you say?" "Yeah, I have a friend in the Foundation who's investigating Danzo. Plus, I can sense the Sharingan myself. It's implanted in his body through some weird style of chakra." Roshi is just watching silently as Sasuke continues, his god ki feeling his rage as he stares at Itachi, who is concerned as he looks at his brother's eyes and can see the Rinnegan that have awakened from pure emotion and god energy. "Sasuke, how do you have those eyes?" Sasuke ignores his brother. "Danzo will pay. He will pay," repeating this mantra to himself as he gets lost in his own rage. Itachi runs to his brother, putting a hand on his shoulder. "Sasuke, calm yourself." Sasuke swats his brother's hand away. "No! Danzo's the reason we never had a chance to be a family. Danzo's the reason Shisui's plan didn't work. Danzo's the reason our parents are dead. Danzo's the reason for all the blood and hatred in the Uchiha. He's the reason for the blood you spilled, Itachi." Itachi yells, "No, Sasuke, I want revenge too. But I'm not letting you ruin your good name. Shisui was my brother. I'm already a criminal to leave. Don't ruin your good name too. Just, I have an idea, Sasuke. Lure Danzo to my hideout." He writes down the location for Sasuke. Sasuke nods, calming down, his eyes going back to normal. "But how do I contact you, brother?" Itachi summons a crow. As it looks Sasuke in the eyes, it disappears into his Sharingan. "When you need to reach me, just summon that crow back out. It'll know where I am." Itachi then looks at Roshi. "I also can't leave empty-handed. I'm sorry." At that moment, Son Goku takes over Roshi's body and transforms into the full four tails, surprising Sasuke and Itachi. The four tails then looks at Sasuke.
"Young man, take that blade and cut off my tooth."
Sasuke, being intelligent, understands exactly why he told him to do this. He does as he's told and hands the tooth over to Itachi. As Sasuke and Roshi begin to leave, Itachi begins to scorch the ground to make it look like a fight took place. And when they're out of the sight, Itachi releases the genjutsu that Sasuke placed on Kisame and says that Roshi and Sasuke got away. And eventually, Sasuke reaches the Ryuchi cave, and Itachi takes back the piece of the Four Tails chakra to the hideout, and begins his training with the White Snake Sage. And while all this was happening, on Sakura's journey, she travels with Gamadin. They travel towards the direction of the Hidden Mist Village. On their travels, her and Gamadin have very friendly conversations. As they travel, Sakura remembers being stopped by Naruto and Tsunade. Naruto so he could pass on Makurima's chakra so they could enter the shared tailed beast state. And Tsunade to teach her about the Byakugo skill. As they travel, they run into a man blowing up bubbles through his pipe and yawning from boredom. And Sakura stops him. "Hey, are you in Jinchuriki?" He gets on his guard, but he winces in pain. Seeing this, Sakura runs up to him. Before he could react, she heals him. And she asks what happened. He says nothing, just an average group of thieves. She notes that the energy following him, are those the thieves? He nods. He introduced himself as well. Sakura then points two fingers in that area in a similar way to Nappa and then flicks her fingers upwards, destroying that entire area of the woods, leaving nothing, not even rubble or ash. And Utakata is horrified of this girl's power. She wiped out the thieves in an instant, leaving nothing, not even a trace to remain. And Pain, hiding in the burrows, decides, oh, fuck no. No, now's not the time. I'm not dealing with that. He then slinks back away. Sakura asks the man to fist bump her. As he does, behind Sakura appears Kurama, and seeing Sakura and Utakata, they're both shocked and mesmerized by the size of the two-tailed beast behind them, and Kurama lets out a slight laugh before addressing the slug.
Saikin, you look well, for a slug, that is.
And Saikin responds.
As do you, Kurama.
And Kurama continues.
Alright, listen, it is good to see you again, Saikin. But I am running low on chakra. My branch training is kind of intensive. So listen, you haven't been attacked yet, but San and Chomei have, and Ishibu and Matabe are dead. A group called the Akatsuki is trying to revive the Ten Tails. Go with this girl, get stronger, or you'll die too. I didn't give this girl much chakra, so now I have to go. Make a wise decision.
They leave his mindscape, and Ukataka groans. Well, I don't feel like dying yet, so, girl, where are you going? She answers, my name is Sakura, by the way, and me and Gamadan here are looking for Shikotu Forest. And hearing that, Shikotu Forest gets psychic and excited, but he stays silent for now. They head towards Utakata's village and to tell them that he's leaving for a few years. And in a few days, they arrive at Shikotu Forest and begin their training under Lady Kyotsu. So, let's go over some power-ups and training for the past 2 years. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Utakata have all learned Perfect Sage Mode. The Jinchuriki accompanying Sasuke and Naruto have learned Imperfect Sage Mode, akin to Jiraiya, but not even at that level. They have also mastered Ki Control in the past 2 years. Naruto has learned Frog Kata. His sensing abilities have become far more acute, mimicking the movements Goku made in his Dragon Sage Mode. He can also mix his Sage Mode energy with KCM, giving him KCM 2 or KCM 3, depending on what you want to call the Sage and Frog Eyes, Sage and Fox Eyes mixed together. He also has the ability to summon the Fox Avatar, letting it fight alongside him or with him. They've gained the ability to use the Tailed Beast Bomb, the Tailed Beast Spirit Bomb. He can even condense his energy attacks to make them stronger, move faster, and pinpoint the damage, giving it a very explosive effect. Fu, the woman training with Naruto and the Seven Tails Jinchuriki, has mastered the Tailed Beast state on her own. She also has a version of the Kamehameha wave. She calls it the Shimmering Beam. It's a key wave that, when it connects, places bombs of glitter on the target that she can detonate at will. She's nowhere near Naruto, but she is considerably stronger than what she is in canon. Sasuke has had his Heaven Seal curse mark removed, but gaining the Snake Sage mode in return, giving him far greater strength, speed, and control than before. He has learned the Sage Art Snake Lightning, which connects a paralyzing beam that creates a poison-like effect that continuously damages the target. He has also been practicing with his Rinnegan, learning his ability to swap places. He also has a Chibaku Tensei, the Almighty Push and Pull, and the ability to control the Amaterasu and Agni Flames, forming them into his fireballs and making them into weapons. He even has the Susanoo now, gaining the perfect Susanoo. He can add Sage Mode energy and God Ki to his Susanoo. He dubs this the Heavenly Sage Attired Susanoo. It is a massive thing, very, very comparable to Madara Susanoo. Roshi has learned Ki Control and the Tailed Beast state, much like Fu. He also has the Magma Release Big Bang Attack, which is exactly as it sounds. The Big Bang Attack, but with magma inside. So fucking stupid powerful. Just burns everything. Sakura, the actual funnest one to do because I get to make up powers. Sakura is now the Slug Sage. She has Sage Art Acid Release attacks that simply ignore defense of any style. So Earth style, Wood style, Susano, Chakra, physical defense such as steel or armor plating, doesn't matter. She melts through it all. She's also gained massive buffs to her speed and power, as well as her genjutsu-based attacks. She can release a genjutsu attack called Shimmering Wind. It releases natural energy in the air that leaves a slight glittering effect. High-trained shinobi will be able to notice it, but since it's natural energy, it is very, very difficult. If you breathe in the air that Sakura releases from her body that is seeped with acid poisoning, it slowly melts your lungs as well as clouding your vision, making it harder for you to see Sakura as she moves, making her appear faster. She also has attained the Byakugo seal. Utakata, the only other one to be able to learn Sage Mode, being the holder of the slug-tailed beast. He as well has powers very similar to Sakura. He was welcomed in with Sakura with open arms from all the slug creatures at Shikoku Forest. Him and Sakura have become very good friends, but he is still not on her level with all her experience and training with ki and ninjutsu. He is very skilled, but just nowhere near Sakura. So, back in the Leaf Village, Guy Sensei and Lee have been continuing their training. They have unlocked up to Kaioken times 20 with their bodies, far surpassing Naruto and Choji's ability with the Kaioken. They've even begun to stack the Kaioken on top of their 8 gates technique, further increasing their speed and power, making them the double trouble blue demons of the Konoha, which is just cool. They always call themselves the blue beast of the leaf, so now they're the blue demons of the leaf. You do not want to meet these two in a fight. They are insanely powerful compared to other ninja in the world. So, the Hyuga clan. So, Hinata has been practicing with her Tensegan, not fully mastering it yet, but becoming extremely proficient with it, being dubbed the god of the Hyuga, able to snap in and out of her chakra mode of the Tensegan, buffing her power exponentially. And she just grows stronger every single day as she unlocks more of her powers, as does Neji and Hanabi, not with the Tensegan, but with their physical abilities, being Hinata's training partners. Hinata is soon to be crowned the clan head of the Hyuga due to her immense power. Haku, his will has not been broken by Danzo. Instead, Haku has been growing closer to Jiraiya, being his only source of comfort while Naruto has been gone for these 2 years. Haku now looks at Jiraiya as a father figure, the same way she looked at Zabuza, and the way that she looks at Naruto now, as a brother. Haku views them all as a family. They eat together, they relax together, they joke together. But being subjected to Danzo's daily test has made his body stronger. He has grown far more muscular, man. His ice mirror jutsu, he now adds blood to the ice to make it more durable. He does the shadow clone jutsu, taking notes from Naruto, adding them to his mirrors, increasing his damage, as well as his already unimaginable speed that just consistently grows as the tests day by day grow grueling and more grueling. His ice-based techniques have become more vast and deadly. Haku now even has more advanced at his quick kill techniques, delivering quick and deadly attacks, entering and leaving a battle without a trace. And now, the 2 years are up. The Jinchurikyu that were training with our heroes have went home to tell their clans and villages about what they've learned about Ki. And Naruto instant transmissions to his friends. They all three appear at the Hokage's office. Jiraiya and Haku. Haku seeing Naruto and how much he's grown, runs to hug his brothers with tears in his eyes. As he hugs Naruto and Sasuke, they hug Haku back. But they feel the new scars on Haku's back. They stay silent, knowing that it was Danzo that gave Haku these scars. Naruto just laughs and Sasuke pulls away, not to let his anger control him. Naruto embraces his family. In that moment, sensing their back, Hinata, Lee, Kakashi, Neji, Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino rushed to the Hokage's office. And all of them but Kakashi and Jiraiya and Shikamaru do a huge group hug. And Ino, being so close to Haku, begins to blush. Haku looks at her confused, but smiles, making her blush even more, and Hinata and Haku hold Naruto tight. Jiraiya stands from his desk to welcome back the pillars of Konoha. He dubs Naruto the Fox Pillar, Sakura the Slug Pillar, and Sasuke the Dragon Pillar. Ryuchi meaning ground dragon in Japanese. Just so you know, so it's the ground dragon cave. So that's why he's the dragon pillar and not the snake pillar, even though he's snake-based attacks. Moving on. So, after a few days, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura have been able to relax, grow reaccustomed to life in the village from being on their own and eating the disgusting food from the sage places. Like Naruto's been eating bugs, Sasuke's been eating probably dead rats because snakes, and Sakura, what the fuck do slugs eat? Hold on 1 second. Okay, so most slugs are, herbivores that eat plants and stuff like that, but the slugs at Shikotsu Forest have to be omnivorous slugs, which means they melt the animals, leaving nothing but the bone, and eating that membrane of mucus that they create after the animal is dissolved. Because if you didn't know, Shikotsu Forest roughly translates to bone forest. So it's mostly just bones and shit. So yeah, they're killing the animals that come there and eating the mucus membrane from the dissolved acid. It's a lot. So I can see why Tsunade didn't stay. Why Tsunade hasn't become this slug stage. You can at least survive off of bugs. You can at least survive off of rats. You can't survive off of that unless you're goddamn insane. So Sakura's probably vegan now. I'm pretty sure she just survived off of plants. So Sakura's vegan. Moving on. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are now 2 years older than what they would be in canon at the start of Shippuden. On the cusp of on the edge of 17, almost 18 years old. Naruto does get a new, Naruto and Sakura do get new changes of clothes. Sasuke just gets an updated version of the current outfit that he has now. Because I can't find a new outfit for Sasuke that says I'm still in the Leaf Village at this age. So, they all just stay in their similar clothes to what they have in canon around this time. Naruto in that really cool black shirt, orange pants outfit that I like more than his OnoKage outfit. Sakura in her really cool Chinese mama outfit. I thought was dope as hell. So, they then get called into the Hokage's office. Jiraiya gives them a new mission to protect the Hidden Sand Village. They just were under attack by the Akatsuki. Naruto panics, understanding what just happened. They all rush out immediately using instant transmission. End of chapter 13. All right, you made it. So, this part, I want to say sorry a little bit because it's going to come out a little later than I thought. My internet's being really weird. So, hope you enjoy it, by the way. It's a lot of complications. Other than that, just want to say, holy shit, 500 subscribers. God damn. Wow. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Thank you so goddamn much. Means the flying world to me. I gotta stop cussing now because I'm getting a lot of strikes because of YouTube. YouTube does not like it. Even though I cussed a lot in this video, YouTube does not like me swearing. So I'm gonna calm down on the swears. Maybe limit myself to like 2 a video so I don't, get Miss Wachowski mad at me any more than she already is. Also, the copyright strikes suck. Bro, every time I post music on my music channel, King Code, if you ever don't check it out, God, the copyright strikes every time. Even though I own the music, I get struck all the fucking time. I had to combat 2 strikes in my last What If video because of the gameplay I used. Because of my gameplay I used, I got 2 strikes on my video. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. It's so lame. But, so, I do want to say, stay tuned. There's going to be a new part to what if Naruto, what if the Uzumaki clan survived, coming up in the next 3 days, I believe. If my Wi-Fi gets better, the Wi-Fi is not better, it'll be up on the next Friday. This new part to what if Goku and Vegeta train Naruto and Sasuke will be up on the next Sunday. So I think that'll be the new schedule for it. Friday, oh god, that was disgusting. Friday, Uzumaki clan survived. Sunday, Goku and Vegeta, Naruto, Sasuke. And then any new what if can fit in between there. Music will come up whenever. Honestly, I need more ideas for who to make music for. I did Itachi because Itachi was the first one fresh in my mind. Someone wants me to do a Naruto one, but I feel like there's already enough Narutos that are really, 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 really good. I could do one too, don't get me wrong. I can make it fucking fire. But the point that I'm trying to get at is I want y'all guys to tell me who do y'all want a song for, honestly. Also, there's another question for the Uzumaki clan survives one, because I had to do this one thing that I think that people are going to like, and I think that people are going to not like. I kind of hope that I'm wrong about the not like part. So, before any of this is said, I'm tired of talking about this shit. It's kind of making me sad. Let's just get into my favorite part of the day. The commenter called out. And the first comment comes from the Tears of Blood video from Acid Crack Productions, who says, wow, this track is fire. Listen to my, oh, he's promoting himself. I did, all right, I'll go follow him because I do appreciate people complimenting my stuff. So it makes me feel good. I want to always share that love. Like you compliment me, I compliment you. But yeah, I've actually gotten a lot of really good feedback from the music video. So I think that people like it, so I do want to do more music. So if you have any ideas for anyone else I can make songs for, just spam them in the comments. I'll look at them all. I promise you I do. Next comment comes from King Pumpkin. 6 days ago, it's from the What If Goku, Vegeta, train Naruto, and Sasuke, part 12, Angel of Fortune. That's a fucking mouthful. Alright, so, OnoKage, you should let Zetsu watch Hinata train with Orgaki. So, I do have very interesting ideas for the Akatsuki right now. I hope that you're getting it through, that the Akatsuki is training with energy because of Zetsu watching Jiraiya and Naruto train, learning the Rasengan and Ki, and teaching Tsunade and Shizune about Ki. So he's getting the basics from them. Zetsu is always watching. That's Zetsu's only job in Naruto. He watches and he plans. He's an asshole. I hate Zetsu, but I love Zetsu. But I hate Zetsu. Alright, I genuinely don't like Zetsu. But, okay, so Zetsu is always watching. The Akatsuki always have their foot on the forefront of this. They see Goku and Vegeta, and Goku Vegeta knows about it. But since they're not getting involved in any of the conflict here, they want their students to have a struggle. So they're letting this happen. But the new villains will get introduced on the next chapter, I believe. So stay tuned for that. And the new villains are going to have a big hand in shaping the rest of this conflict. They're going to get introduced through the shadows, though. So don't worry. It's a lot going to change, and not everyone and the rest of the villages won't catch up to Konoha. Konoha is still going to be like the best, like they are in canon. But they're not going to be so far left in the dust like they are now. Especially since the Jinchuriki from the other villages are training their people now. So, next comment comes from Peach. Oh, that's cute. Is Snake Sage stronger than Toad Sage? And why won't Vegeta use Dragon Sage mode? Restart Evolved Blue. He will stay stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku in Tournament of Power. So, my opinion on that, Snake Sage and Toad Sage are very comparable to each other. I think the aspects of them that make each other stronger are, is this. Toad Sage is just a flat power sensing buff. It increases your attack range, threat perception, martial arts techniques, and set like that. Snake Sage really increases your versatility and evasiveness. also speed and power, but just not to the extent that Toad Sage does. From what I can gather in the Naruto anime. Like, Orochimaru is insanely powerful. Orochimaru is insanely fast, and he can dodge almost every attack. You really have to catch Orochimaru off guard to even get the chance to tap him. So I think Sasuke with his Sharingan and Rinnegan and also Snake Sage, the hardest thing about Sasuke, since he already has attack power from the Susanoo and stuff like that, will be tagging him. While Naruto, breaking through his defenses and amazing, durability because of Kurama and his Sage Mode, giving him that extra durability, threat perception, ability to dodge, and his attack power being insanely high, gives him an edge. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the two have edges on each other. If Naruto can tap Sasuke, Sasuke's down. If Naruto can tap Sasuke, he's doing more damage than Sasuke could do if he could tap Naruto. Whereas it'll be hard for Naruto to tap Sasuke in general, while Sasuke will be able to lay multiple little hits on Naruto to weaken him eventually. So it's more like they have edges on each other, but no one really wins over the other. And Goku and Vegeta, talking about that, I think Vegeta will figure it out on his own, simply because Vegeta, don't get me wrong, I have Vegeta getting another massive buff eventually, as well as Goku when they come back. Vegeta probably won't even really use Dragon Sage mode because he learned it from Goku. I think he learned it just to know it at that point. The same way with like Super Saiyan 2 and 3. Like, he won't learn it because Goku would have to teach him. At this stage, he just learned it because he watched Goku and they trained together. And he figured it out on his own. So he's probably not going to use it because it's going to be more for Goku to use. Vegeta's going to have his own thing that's going to come out very, 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 very soon. Vegeta's going to be very, very impressive. He won't be number 2. He'll be number 1 in his own regard. So, moving on. Next question. Woo! Okay, these two questions, I wanted to put them together because these ones just make me smile. So, first one is from Panchithulu, who says, "You're my favorite YouTuber." And then the second one is from, oh my fucking god, Kagiso Molalogi. Kasigo Molalogi. I hope I got that right. Man, I love the King OnoKage's what ifs. They are extremely important in my life. Love this dude. Please support this man. And, dude, I can't front. I used to think that, like, comments like this, like YouTubers that pull them out just to, like, buff their own ego and shit. I really did. I thought they were, like, not deprecating, narcissistic, I don't know. A word that means boosting your own ego higher than it really should be. Narcissism, but self-boosting, I guess. I really thought that they were like that. But, nah, man. These comments really, really do help me get through some tough shit that I'm going on right now. Like, they genuinely help me get rid of this procrastinating problem that I have. Stuff like this is very, very motivating. And I want to say thank you to everybody who watches these comments, to getting me to over 500 subscribers in what, we haven't been up for 3 months, or maybe it's been exactly 3 months. It means a lot. It really does. I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate that people actually support and like the content I put out. It really does mean a lot. So anything that's comments or call outs, I don't really have any ending notes other than thank you so fucking much. For real, thank you. It really does mean a lot. Calm down, puppy. I'm almost done. We're gonna go outside in a minute. Please like, comment, and share. Watch the King. OnoKage Out!
Murdered my family and clan. Yeah. Saved my brother, but damn. Yeah. Was I misguided when I had decided to be the man on the inside? Cause it's twisting my insides. Yeah, it's twisting my insides. To leave the village I love, to show no weakness. I cry these tears of blood. These tears of blood. These tears of blood. These tears of blood. I know can't mend the pain. The tears get shrouded by rain. They hated my vision, but I see it clearly. The god of the moon got me